Hello everybody, this is RunnerGuitar and welcome once again to Sonic Generations. We have finished Crazy City, leaving Sonic 06 behind, and now we can take care of Sonic Unleashed. But first, shopping. Yeah, something that I completely forgot to do up until now is the skills. After you finish certain special missions, you can get certain skills and certain items from the shop. Hi Omochao. Here you can buy stuff like the Aqua Shield, the Electric Shield, the Fire Shield, the Normal Shield, the Bubble Shield, the Speed Up function, Break on a Dime, more lives, etc. So I'm here just buying myself some stuff, and you can equip these skills to make Sonic more versatile. You can get an infinite boost, you can... actually, let me see here what we can get. You can also get 5 more lives. You can get a lot of good stuff in here. However, they all cost those points that you get at the end of each stage, depending on how well you did. So you should have more than... and you can get this at any point after you do the special missions. So after you do the special mission, you should be ready to go and buy all this stuff. Well, not all of it. Some of them you still have to unlock, but you get my point. So after you buy the skills that you need, just go into the skill menu and you can get them all equipped into the category that you want. However, it is kinda awkward to put them in the category, so be wary of that. You have to press start instead of A, which always bugged me to do that, but whatever. After you have the skill set up, which is a process that I can't talk about too much, just buy them, equip them, and that's about it. Just go to the mission that you have to do. In which case, we are going to go to do Rooftop Run from Sonic Unleashed, taking place in Spagonia, and this game was released, I believe, in 2008? I believe so. So we're gonna start with the classic version. Sonic Unleashed was released for the Nintendo Wii, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and I introduced the Werehog. Luckily we're not dealing with a Werehog here, we're just dealing with a tiny little Sonic and a tall one that looks like a teenager. So, this is Rooftop Run. As this game is supposed to be nostalgic and all, the Rooftop Run I think that is a bit too early. Like, the game came out and we already have it in the Remembering Sonic X moment, so I think it's a bit too early to be a nostalgic game, but a stage in itself I think it's very well done. One of my favorite stages actually, as far as modern goes. Classic version, it's an okay level, I do enjoy it. It's again harder than the stuff that we've seen before, and I find it actually a bit I don't like it as much as the Crisis City stage, but I find it easier than the Crisis City stage, if that makes any sense. So I do think they do die a lot in this stage. Anyway, the stage itself looks a lot more colorful than it did in the original Unleashed. The original Unleashed used a lot of realistic textures and all that, and this game still does when doing this stage, but unlike Sonic Unleashed, instead of doing incredibly realistic, it gives it a more colorful feel. Not only because of the confetti, but also the color palette is a lot more vibrant, making it feel more like an actual cartoon game and such. Which is what Sonic is, it's a freaking cartoon. Also, as you just saw, I used the normal shield, which for some reason has the same texture and look as the bubble shield. The normal shield, what it does, it protects you from hits, and it only works in classic. No, modern cannot use the shields. The normal shield you can use 2 times on one stage, and it pretty much what it does, it just gives you an extra hit. The bubble shield gives you an extra hit, but also allows you to breathe underwater, and it also allows you to bounce off the ground. The what was the next shield? The next shield was the electric shield, which allows you to do a double jump and attract rings and also get an extra hit. And the fire shield allows you to do the meteor dash, which it also protects you from lava, which pretty much makes Crisis Cities unlosable. And that's pretty much it as far as the shields go. This part of the stage I find a bit annoying though. Actually, that was a horrible segue, but yes, I do find this part of the stage a bit annoying. But for this jump, for some reason, it never works too well for me. I always end up either falling or like that. Like, I always find it hard to get to that spring over there. So, and also, the barrels themselves can get annoying at times when you're running. Like, sometimes they will catch up to you, and sometimes just you're in the middle of a jump, they'll hit you. Like, again, it's nothing to lose hair over, but it can get a bit annoying. Though I do love this bit here. Push it and hit every robot on the way. I actually do enjoy this stage a bit, but it's not my favorite stage. The modern version is one of my favorite stages, though. I do like the musical rendition they did of the original Route of Run music. It's very festive. Like, unlike the original version, which was pretty damn cool rocking music, this music I do get festival out of. And considering the amount of confetti we're watching, you do get that festival feel. I just hope that we're not doing the Watanagashi festival. Hui, that in a Sonic game would probably bring me horrible nightmares. Fanfiction writers, don't do it. And so we reach the clock tower. Instead of running up the clock tower, we are gonna be platforming our way up the clock tower. And going up the clock tower is an easy part. For me, the hard part is when you're at the clock face. Because, fuck. When you get to the clock face, you have to grab yourself from... That was a cheap shot, you asshole! When you get to the clock stage, not the clock stage, the clock face, you have to grab onto the hands of the clock in order to get to the center. However, for some reason it never works too well for me. There was this one time where I actually got stuck in one of the hands. Like, the hand got stuck and so did I in the spin dash position, but I couldn't do anything. So keep in mind that this part can be a bit glitchy. Not the one that I need right now, I think it's the next floor. Shit. Sonic, get up there. I know the clock face is scary, but get up there. We need to get up. We need to finish the stage, man. Yeah, sometimes doing platforming with the speed shoes can be a bit annoying. Nope, I was wrong. This is not the clock face. It's the next. Yes, here we are. You need to get into the center of the clock by using the hands and avoiding the bombs. And as you can see there, I just fucked up. Which means that I either need to wait for the hand or try and get there manually. Usually what I do is I fuck the rings, fuck the score, just get there manually, it's easier. And also you can get a red ring that way. So now just spin dash, and how the fuck does this work? Is the Big Ben now supposed to be a cuckoo clock? Actually I would now right now pay to see the Big Ben be a cuckoo clock. It's like a huge bird comes out or a billion little cuckoo birds, but I digress. And no, this thing is not the flying battery zone. This is just a random flight thing. You make it, whatever. But yeah, with that done, we have finished the classic version of Route of Run. Again, since I would be fanboying a bit more, but the fact is, it's not nostalgic enough because of how recent it is. Because of how recent it is, I can't be like, oh my god, the stage, it finally looks so beautiful, unlike I've been before. I'm just like, yeah, it looks better than before, it's designed better than before, it looks nice, it sounds nice, but I don't have that attachment that I had with the earlier stages. However, I will say that might also have something to do with us just being in the classic stage and me being more of a modern fan. But that's why we have the modern stages here, and let me just say, I love how this stage plays and I love how it sounds. They added extra violins to the music, and Jun Zenue was the one playing the guitar in this, so it sounds a bit more intense. The drumming is a bit more intense, and the stage design is actually very well done. Unlike the original Route of Run, which was like a 10-minute level or 7-minute level, this new version of Route of Run changes the placement of the stuff, like the barrels or the such, and puts them closer together, and the stage is now shorter and a lot more fun in my opinion. I just love this song, seriously. I tend to like the modern remixes more than I do the classic remixes, just because of I'm a huge fan of hard rock. Like, I will admit I do love the techno versions of some tracks, but I do just love the power that these tracks have, and I do enjoy very much how this track sounds. Actually, if you look closely, you can actually see that you run past some of the stuff from the Unleashed, like Professor Pickle's office we just ran through, and you actually start outside of the university in the classic version. Something that I should mention right now, because I just love music and this is a huge nitpick that bothered me ever since Unleashed: the boost. I never understood why you're boosting, it has to do the shh sound and take away from the noise. Like, it bothers me so much that I'm trying to enjoy the track and enjoy the doom 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 of the bass, and I just can't, because instead I'm listening to the wind. Like, yeah, it's realistic, but it's a Sonic game. I want to be able to listen to the music as I run at full speed. I don't want to listen to wind noise hitting my face. But anyway, sorry for the law. Now once again we run up the clock tower and we do something that I admit looks pretty damn awesome. I just love, actually, and I noticed something while I was playing the game. Well, you're far away from the bottom, like that background that you saw while we were grinding downwards. If you're far away from those buildings, they will be just a 2D image, like taken from a satellite. But if you're closer to them, they slowly become 3D objects, like an N64 game. I find that pretty funny. Anyway, let's stop talking about nitpicks and such, and let's actually talk about the stage itself. I love how this stage is designed. It has a lot of multiple pathways, like as you saw, there's many grind rolls and rainbow rings that you can take to take different pathways and reach the end of the stage a different way. And I really do enjoy that. I really do think this is level design that I want in a Sonic game. There is a lot of multiple pathways, there are many ways to play the stage. Like I mentioned this before with Sky Sanctuary, but I really do love the sense of exploration that it gives. And this part, even, I think it works even better. The part we were just now, where we had to dodge the buildings that were about to hit us in the face. I love that part here more than I did in Unleashed, just because in Unleashed it was, okay, yeah, we're always running, we're barely even platforming, so nothing too special here. Here, because of the platforming that we're always doing and the better designed stages, you're not boosting as much like you. Fuck you! Fuck you, stage! As I was saying. You're still boosting a lot, but it's not like you're only boosting. Like, if you weren't boosting in Sonic Unleashed, then you weren't going anywhere. In this game, since the game is designed so much better, you can actually get a sense of... You really do get a sense of speed, and it doesn't become tiresome after a while. Anyway, word of advice here, remember where the egg pawns are. If you can send the robots back at the ship and destroy enough of the laser robots, you can actually get a fuck ton of rings from it. But I've never been able to do that, so fuck me. Anyway, with that done, we have just finished Rooftop Run. Actually, I'm gonna ask the following. The person we save here, why are we saving him? And why is he in the Sonic Unleashed stage?
Thanks, Sonic. You know, I got a hunch someone or something is controlling that monster.
What? Where did that come from? And why is Vector in the Sonic Unleashed stage? He never appeared in the game! Ay, whatever. Anyway, with that done, we're now going to the final stage of the entire game. Ladies and gentlemen, behold! The Sonic Colors stage, released in 2010, I believe. Planet Wisp. It still suffers from the same problem as Rooftop Run, in which it's still too recent. But something that I really do hate about this new version of the stage, how to put it, is fucking awful. Well, I wouldn't say awful, but comparing how it was done originally in Sonic Colors, this level is very disappointing. In Sonic Colors, the stages were divided into many acts, and those acts were of around a minute long, 2 minutes. But this stage, but the classic and modern versions, I think that they suffer from two problems. One, the wisp abilities. These wisp abilities were aliens that Sonic could absorb and use their power on the stage. We had Spike, Rocket, Laser, Cube, Frenzy, Hover, and I think those are all. But for this game, for some reason, not only do the wisps look worse, but they also only decided to go with Spike for classic and Rocket for modern. And honestly, that's very disappointing, considering how well designed the stages in Sonic Colors were because of the wisp. And also the music. I love the piano rendition with the original funky bass that the original version had. But this stage, the music in this stage makes me think of Trauma Center, and I love Trauma Center. I love the Trauma Center series. Because of that series, I actually want to become a doctor. But this is not a good mixture. I don't want calming piano with this wannabe Trauma Center music, because even then, if this was Trauma Center music, I would hate it, because as Trauma Center music, it sucks even then. Like, I tried playing Second Opinion with this song, and it fucking sucked. It fit, yeah, but it wasn't as entertaining as Vulnerability or Rosalia's Thorns or Cardia, or etc. Anyway, with Spike, you can do the spin dash, you can cling onto walls, and you can break certain cubes and move those those gears that you need to move in order to get past the stage. I guess it's something. Although it really bothers me that because classic Sonic doesn't have a boost gauge, unlike modern. In Sonic Colors, the wisps, you knew when they were gonna end, when you were using them a lot, and the boost gauge started decreasing. In this game, you need to pay attention to the music, which is usually being overwritten by the by the Spike itself. But the music does speed up and does increase speech like when you keep going, when you start running out of time. But it would have helped a bit more if you had the boost gauge or a gauge for the wisp, or I don't know, had a counter on top of Sonic like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, etc. Also, something that bothers me a lot with Planet Wisp is that the stage itself in the Wii game, yeah, Sonic Colors was only released for the Wii, looked beautifully. Then we have the outside areas in the Xbox and PlayStation 3 Sonic generations, and those look beautiful. But the factory itself, like the inner area and the part that you're in the most, looks pretty much the same. Like, yeah, it has more shadows and more lighting and a bit better textures, but it looks pretty much the same. Like, if you were to show me this right now, and then you were to show me the factory parts of Planet Wisp within Sonic Colors, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Like, I would be able to tell the difference if you showed me the outside part of the stage, but show me the inside and you got me beat there. But anyway, this is one of the parts that I find more annoying, the gears. Well, you need to get on top of the gears, spin dash, and you need to do the gears in a specific way. And you need to completely do this. There's no way to do this part, the stage without doing this part of the gears. Because you need to get on the gears and hit the other gears so that the stage design can change. If you don't do this, when you're stuck. But this also happens with not very good control. It's just annoying. Like, I know I complain a lot, but this is the case where I just have to say this to be the final stage of Sonic of a game that I do enjoy a lot is very disappointing. It makes me really sad that I have to say I dislike Planet Wisp a lot. Like every other stage in this game, I would give it 10, 9, and 8. This, I believe, is the only stage that I would give a 7 or a 6 because of how it's designed. But anyway, that's all the time we have for now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just finished Classic. We have finished almost every stage. The only thing left is Modern Sonic's version of Planet Wisp. Oh, the torture that awaits us, and the bland death that awaits us. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm RunnerGuitar, and I'll see you next time on Sonic Generations!